all car fans. Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ral. And here I'm still working on my Dodge Turbo Interceptor, the Wraith car. This was that 3D printed kit that I've been gluing together and sanding and doing a lot of work to. And it's coming along. I thought it would be done by now, but I kind of messed up the wheels and had a small reaction when I decided I was going to start over and strip the paint on them. So I stuck them in the purple pond, and whatever this 3D printed stuff is, it reacted to it. This one you can see started to swell and split, and it happened all in the thin areas where the spokes are. This one being the worst one here. So you can really see it's just started to explode and come apart. Some of the rest of them aren't so bad, but the backs just fell off. So they just started to turn real gummy. So I don't know what this actually is, but that was a big surprise for me. This one started to do it too. You see just crumbling. But it is what it is. So that was a major setback. So did some more work to it. And a friend of mine, Dan Doan, he sent me some more sets of wheels and tires to try. So I got a couple more sets of BBS wheels. The big issue I had here is this really isn't like 1/24 scale. And then these wheels are one size. These are real close, but kind of smaller. And I had contacted the maker, and he made me another set of wheels and sent them to me. I paid for them because I made the mistake here. So I've got them right here. Pull them off of the model here. But check this out. They're even bigger than these, if you can see that. See if I line them up at the bottom here. Yeah, the next set is even bigger. So I was like, whoa. But they printed really nicely. So I'm ready to start priming these and getting them ready. Now I did have to thin them a little bit. I sanded them on the back. So the front ones are definitely thinner than the rear. As you can see, here's the two front ones where I thinned them even more, so they would sit in the wheelhouses, kind of flush. And then I'm using these for axles. I marked that for front because they're different widths, as you can see on the underside here. That should show it right there. And then here's a front. Actually, that's the other side. And here's a rear. So I just need to paint and detail the wheels up, and this thing is pretty much done, but I flushed them a little bit. You can see my headlights are all done, but got them mounted flushed a little bit, so they're looking really good there. But yeah, that was the other thing I was working on, was the headlights in the front there. Got all of those taken care of. Pretty happy with those. But you get these lenses and they're frosted. You can't see them. So I started to make my own out of some clear acetate trim. So those are just about ready to glue. Here's one that I blackened because I was trying to smoke it. Give them a little bit of a smoke look, and that wasn't working out. I'm still kind of working on that and playing with that idea. So through the magic of YouTube, I'm going to go out and prime these wheels and start getting them painted. All right, getting some work done here on this one. Got some time here and painted these. Got some primer shot on them. Then I shot the gold on it and I clear coated them. And this one I put some foil on it to see if it would stick, which was my initial issue. I didn't explain that earlier in the video. I forgot to. Is I shot these with the gold on it and put the black on the tire and everything, but I didn't clear coat them, and I thought it would be fine, but I was having trouble getting the bare metal foil to stick, so I was just gonna shoot some clear on them and go from there because the glossy surface is better for the bare metal foil. But instead of doing that, since I had the primer and the flat black on it, I decided that I was going to strip them, and that's when this reaction happened, and it's still happening. It's funny, they're still just coming apart. So whatever triggered the reaction is still going on. But also, I showed you these briefly, but I didn't show you what they look like when I try and put them on there. The size difference where it really kind of stands out, makes it look more go-kartish. You know, if I lower it down or put it right there, but I mean, it's a solid hole right in the middle there. So, you know, if I do that, they really, you know, it doesn't look too bad when I do it that way, but they really stick out too. These ones aren't too bad, but that gives you an idea of the scale difference when you put these ones. These ones look really good. And then when I go with these, they really fill up the wheel well. But like I mentioned, these are a little bit bigger than those. So anyway, working on these a little bit. So I'm going to be blacking the tires out here shortly, but decided that, you know, I was going to make sure that they fit. And the foil fits really well. So let me just cut a big piece here and we'll stick it on. And I'll show you how I actually do this. Yeah, you kind of waste a lot of foil doing this way. But here, I'll lay it on. Kind of stick it slowly. Definitely used a big piece here. Start getting it in there a little bit. You know, give it a little bit of a bow. And then I'll give it a little bit of a relief cut. And then I'll use my Q-tip and we'll just go around and start to stretch it into there. So you get an idea. And then grab my Q-tip here, or toothpick. Push it the rest of the way down in any of the corners that I need to. All right, and the last step is just trimming this. There's that. And then do this section as well. Sorry, it's kind of hard to hold this. I'm holding it far away under the camera. Usually I'm doing it under my face here. So I figure I'll do it this way. I put silly putty in here to cover that, and then I'll airbrush the black, the semi-gloss black for the tire. Get that all going, and then these will be pretty much ready to glue on because they're pretty much ready. I had some of the backs here starting to split or separate, and I don't know if it's a reaction, so I ended up super gluing some of these in on the inside so that they wouldn't move anymore because some of them were really flexing. But this is just about done. I still got to work on the front marker lights here, but I'm going to get these finished up so you can see what's going on here. But now the foil's sticking and I just need to black them out and do a little bit of detail painting. And this thing is pretty much done. So, you know, we'll get the last little touch-ups done and This one will be done here real soon. But I wanted to show you stretching the foil on there and where I'm at with that and finishing up with this one. So thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments. I really appreciate it. You guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye now.